Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. First of all, I want you to tell me out of 4 modules in IELTS, which module is very difficult for you. Come on, comment, please. Comment. Because I will proceed after reading your comment. All right, listening, reading, writing, speaking. Come on, don't hesitate, comment. All right. If I look at the majority of the comments, so I can simply see it's the reading module. That is why this video is going to be about IELTS reading. See that? I judged everything in advance and now I'm going to give you a wonderful video on IELTS reading. Well guys, in IELTS reading, you are tested at 3 different levels. One is level 1, passage 1. There they test your understanding. Then there is level 2 where they test your intermediate understanding. And then there is level 3 where they test your high level understanding of English language and interpretation and all that stuff. Reading has always been a difficult module for many IELTS candidates. You can just see the comments given on this video. So I'm going to give you this wonderful video on IELTS reading. It's going to be like a complete tips video and techniques video, and then you can apply those tips and techniques on the test and you will get the results. Let's get started with reading part 1. Always remember, in IELTS reading, there are 2 types of questions. One is type A. Type A means questions and their answers in the passage, they are in order. For example, question number 1, if you find the answer in 2nd paragraph, 1st sentence. Question number 2, 2nd paragraph, 2nd or 3rd sentence. Question number 3, so they will follow the order. And then there are type B questions, and type B questions are where questions and their answers are not in order. Now, what are type A questions and what are type B questions? Do you want to know? Comment this video with yes. Come on. Comment with yes, and then I'll tell you. All right, okay. In IELTS reading, there are 2 question types which are type B. And for type B questions, you have to go through all the passage. For example, you're looking for one answer. You will need to take a tour of the whole passage. You need to scan. Your eyes will move here and there, everywhere. And for type B questions, the reading skill that you need is scanning. Scanning is searching. Scanning is looking. Where is something? Okay. So first type B question is which paragraph contains the following information? And second type B question is list of headings. In IELTS reading, we have 3 important skills or 3 important reading styles. The first reading style is scanning. When you scan, you do not read. Your eyes are looking for certain words. For example, there is the name of a scientist, John Gould, and there is a question about John Gould. Now your eyes are searching, where is John Gould in the passage? You scan first paragraph, you look here and you don't read. When you scan, you search. You're looking for something. John Gould. You're not reading. And if you read while scanning, you cannot complete your IELTS reading. One of my students once said, "Sir, I can get all 40 questions and all 40 answers in IELTS reading." And I said, "Congratulations. Then what is the problem?" He said, "Sir, it takes me 3 hours to do so." So you have 1 hour and 1 complete passage which you have to complete. So, I was telling you about scanning. Scanning will take you to the right paragraph, to the right sentence. And when you scan, sometimes you stop to read something. And then you realize, no, this is not relevant what I'm looking for. And then again, you embark on your journey of scanning. You scan, you stop, you read, you scan, you stop, you read, until you reach the right part and say, John Gould, second last paragraph, 4th line, John Gould is here. Now I will find my answer. In IELTS reading, location of your answer is very important. Sometimes it takes more time to find the location of the first answer. How? There are 5 true, false, not given questions. And you know, true, false, not given, they are type A questions. Questions and answers are in order. So in order to scan the passage for the first question, to locate the part of the passage where there is the answer, it may take more time. For question number 2, you need to read ahead. For question number 3, you need to read further ahead. And this is how you will find all the answers. So at times, if the first question takes more time, don't worry, rest of the questions will not take that much time. Secondly, there is another type B question and we call it list of headings. For list of headings, you need another reading strategy, and that is what they call skimming. Now, what is skimming? If I give you a paragraph and I say you have only 30 seconds, go through this paragraph and then tell me what is it all about. So, when you skim, you read, but you don't read everything. In order to skim a paragraph, you will read the first 2 sentences, then a middle sentence, and then you will look at a sentence, you'll say, okay, this is just the example, or this is just the explanation. Main idea is this. So usually the writers, they put the main idea in first or second sentence, or in the last or second last sentence. And by the way, we need skimming for list of headings. There is an important question type, and usually you get 6 questions, but sometimes you may get 10 questions list of headings as well. Okay, so for list of headings, you have to skim through the paragraphs. And I advise you, whenever you do list of headings, do not start from paragraph A, B, C, D. You need to start from the shortest paragraph, and usually you will find some short paragraphs in the middle or short paragraphs at the end of the passage. Start with the shortest paragraph, then the second shortest paragraph, and then towards the end, when you will be left with fewer options in list of headings, then you can do the bigger paragraphs, and that will help you, right? Now, the third skill, which is essential, which is extremely essential to find the answers in IELTS reading, that is what we call reading comprehension. Let me tell you one thing, in IELTS reading, by the way, we have a digital book on IELTS reading, academic as well as general training. So if you are interested to get the first-hand knowledge, and if you're interested to get some private recorded lessons which are not available on YouTube, then you can get this digital book on IELTS reading. It will help you a lot. Now, let's just get going. I was telling you about IELTS reading. So whenever you do any question type, reading comprehension, there are 2 languages which are working simultaneously. One is the language of questions and one is the language of passage. These 2 languages are absolutely different in words, but absolutely similar or same in meaning. Words are different, meaning is same. Okay, now for example, in the question they may use the word capacity, in the passage they will use the word skill instead of capacity. So as you do IELTS listening as well as IELTS reading, you will get to know a lot of synonyms that we have in these 2 modules. Even in listening, the language of questions, in the language of the audio, these 2 languages are based on synonyms. So it's a good idea to practice the tests and to get to know about synonyms. In IELTS reading digital book, you will find many synonyms like that. So coming back to other question types, whenever you start your test, try to do questions which are type A questions. I told you type B questions are only list of headings and which paragraph contains the following information. And you can do these 2 question types towards the end of that very passage. For example, you find a passage where the first question type is which paragraph contains the following information. Second question type is 1 word only. Third question type is true, false, not given. Now deliberately they give you most confusing question types, which paragraph contains the following information and list of headings in the beginning. And those who do not understand, they start their reading from there and then they waste their time. Imagine 4 questions, and for each question you have to go around the passage and you are not familiar with the passage. How will you answer? And imagine you have done 1 word only, you have done true, false, not given, you are familiar with the passage already. Now you can do which paragraph contains the following information easily. So your choice, how you start, they give you minimum 3 sets of questions in one passage. With one passage, there are 3 sets of questions. What are these sets? Which paragraph contains the following? One word only, true, false, not given. Then multiple choice questions, list of headings, yes, no, not given. These are the sets of questions. So you need to see the first and the most important and the easiest one is one word only. Always start with that. Along with that, then afterwards you can do true, false, not given, because for true, false, not given, you need to read one sentence and you will find the answer. True, false, not given, yes, no, not given. Then for multiple choice, you need to read 2 to 3 sentences to find the answer. For one word only, you just need to read one sentence to find your answer. Okay, for true, false, yes, no, one sentence to find your answer. But for multiple choice, you need to read 3, 4, 5 sentences and then you find the answer. Okay. So all these things are going to be helpful, and you see, in order to learn to drive, it is better if you see how the driver is driving. If you observe a driver and then you sit on driving seat, you can become a good driver. Okay, so in that digital book on IELTS reading, we have some tests which I have solved on screen. You can see all the tests, all right? At the same time, we have given some practice tests for computer delivered IELTS candidates and some handouts for paper delivered IELTS candidates. So this can help you, right? Thank you so very much. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel as well. And if you want me to make more videos, suggest in the comments and I will come up with your suggestions, right? I also teach IELTS online all over the world, and in campus in Lahore, Pakistan, we offer IELTS test booking service, we offer study visa consultancy, and we have speaking guest book and writing book. Okay, so if you want to get these books in PDF all over the world and in printed form in Pakistan, you can just contact us and we'll give you all the details. Asad Yaqub wholeheartedly wishes you best of luck. Take care. Allah Hafiz.